Hello, everybody. We are live on Lamley Extras. Right? I think we are. Which is a little bit of a smaller audience, which also means it takes a little bit longer, especially when I do this unannounced for people to pop on. But this is a chance for us to have a little bit of a Saturday chat. And then if you are visiting this channel a little bit later, I'll probably post this link later. You can watch what you want to watch, fast forward to what you want to fast forward, and then we'll go from there. I like the Lamley Extras channel to be a little bit of a more loosey-goosey, very casual way of doing things. We'll kind of go where we go. We'll start with this MiniGT stuff, and then you guys can ask me questions. And we can see where it goes. So I'm going to try and look at your comments. I'll probably miss them at first. So if I do later, and I'll try and talk about it. I've got some MiniGT out here. We've featured these before, and I'm starting to think, as we get more of these, that I should give them. I've given some of these models total proper coverage. And, I don't know when we'll see more. It seems like everything's going to be delayed for a while. I don't think we can expect, I don't know anything official, but I don't think we can expect to see a ton of new product. At least that's my thought from any of these brands, just based on what's going on. So hopefully we can see some stuff that's maybe been done, but I don't know what the status is in factories and what's happening in, distribution channels, distribution centers. All of that might be on hold, so I guess we'll find out. So let's go to this. Like I said, I've got, these are some of the MiniGT that I really like. I'm a big fan of this Senna. This Porsche really surprised me in how much I like that with the gold rims. This Lamborghini is probably my favorite so far. This Liberty Walks Lamborghini, just with the gold wheels and the black model with the gold trims, is really cool. This Bentley I like. BMW I think is pretty good. I think as far as this casting goes, it's pretty good. I actually still like the Hot Wheels version better, which might be blasphemy to some of you guys, but let's do this. So these came from Surplus Goodies. I put a link down. Hot Wheels, Greenlight, you name it. They've got everything. Great store, Lamley partner for sure. And Jimmy over there said, hey, can I send you these so you can show them? I said, absolutely. So I picked out a couple that I really liked. I did like this one. Ava Racing Bathing Ape, right? Ape, AAPE, Ape, somewhere in the Ape universe. Now, Tarmac Works has done a few of these, but this is the first one I think MiniGT has done. Here's the back of it. You can see it's got the hologram on it. Nissan GTR. See if I can do this without ripping the box, which is always hard to do. Seems like the packaging, this one, I don't know if this one was certain exclusive. Sometimes Jimmy at Surplus is able to get some of these models, maybe not a ton of them, but I would definitely, if you like what you see, I would definitely go to their store and check out and see if they've got these. Hot Customs, who I hope you follow his channel, did a Lamley Daily post on this one. So this is a different casting than, say, like the Liberty Walk that they do. I've got the Liberty Walk here. Let's see. Here is the, and good to have this one out because we have the Pandem coming. So this is one of the original Liberty Walk GTRs that MiniGT did. So you can see this is a different casting, more of the, the racing version. Do they roll? They roll. Look at that, roll. Wow, roll really well. And I always like when they put that on when they put the lettering on the tires, how just good that looks, especially on a race car. So that one rolls really well. It's super smooth. See, the spoiler's really nice on this one. MiniGT is definitely a brand worth collecting. They really hit a nice balance between like the quality of Tomica Limited Vintage. It's not totally up to that par, but it's close. And like the display ability of Tarmac Works. I've been really impressed with these. And I think a lot of you are. And they've got kind of a play quality too. They're like well put together. They're not, there's some things like you got to be careful with these mirrors, but see how they make them soft so they can withstand a little bit of a give. They have a little bit of a give to them, which is nice. Those rims are fantastic. So I'm getting more and more into MiniGT because they just do such a nice product. Really impressed. So that GTR is one. Let's put that right here. Excuse me. All right, how about this? Pandem Nissan GTR in Lava Red. This is a new casting. I don't know if this is the first version. They produce a lot. They do a lot of exclusives. So this is more in the standard packaging. Here in the US, they come in blisters. Miho Exclusives will do them. But Jimmy at Surplus is able to get these in their, oh wow, in their Asian packaging, or I guess international packaging, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is great. So their Ignition has done the Pandem as well with Tarmac Works. Those are resin models, so they don't roll. So this is going to be, wow. Oh my goodness, that's impressive. Sorry, I'm out of the shot. That is really, really impressive. I like those Ignition, but the Ignition, look, display is display, and they're so well put together. But this one, look at this, and it totally... Ooh, that might be a little bit of an advantage for MiniGT over Ignition, because that you can display. Look at that. Pandem sign on the back. I am really impressed. I'm just like, this is what's, and this always, every time I do MiniGT, I'm like, I'm going to get more and more into them. And pretty soon I'm going to be like, I want everything. And I got to be careful. But I'm putting these new displays up. Maybe I need to dedicate a little bit to MiniGT, because that is phenomenal. I'm looking at your comments. Did I get the Lamborghinis yet? Abby, which ones are you talking about? Anthony's saying the video is choppy. Do other people saying their video is choppy? Ignition 64 is more detailed. Yes, it is, Abby. And I love Ignition. I've got some really good Ignition models, but those are displays, and this one does that. So that is cool. You know, so this one can kind of play the best of both worlds. Like I said, you know, it's a mix of everything. Put those back a little bit. That's really nice. All right, let's go to the BMW. So this is the Hong Kong exclusive of the BMW M3 E30, number 42 in a racing livery. These M30s are really tough to do, but this one is pretty well done. You know, Tarmac does one too. So I'm going to try and find the best way to open this thing, because the packaging is really nice. I'm going to move behind the camera here. Oh, struggling here. I don't want to rip it. There we go. Oh, and I just did. God. After all that, and I ripped it. Oh well, look at this packaging. It's like a Lego thing. Wow. I don't even know how to... Is there a sticker on it? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Wow. Look at this. That's something. It's really cool packaging. I'm really bummed I ripped the package, but there's the model. Decker 42, orange and white, BMW trim on the windshield. Check that out. And it rolls. I don't know, which one do you like better? The white one? This one has lower profile tires on it compared to the white. Casting seems relatively the same though. So both roll. Man, those are nice. God, those are nice. All right, cool packaging there. Last but not least, let's do this Liberty Walk. They've done a lot of Liberty Walk GTRs. I've got a lot of them. I don't have all of them. But I think this Advan one might take the cake, because Advan, just anything in Advan livery looks good. And I'm right. Look at that. Red fading into black, and that looks so cool. LB Works. Now is this an updated GTR? I don't know. Maybe not. What's it say on the back? This says LB Works Nissan GTR Advan. Looks to be the same. That's really, really nice. So we'll put this down right here. It's Type 2 body kit, says Muhammad. That's great. Don't you guys like that one? Look at the wheels on it. So that is available, I think, unless it's sold out, at, spoiler, at Surplus Goodies. So I would definitely check that one out. So let's put these over here. All right. So, yeah, so the Pandem is new. The Liberty Walks GTR is not, but the Advent is new. And then this GTR, the Racing GTR, the Ape, the Bathing Ape GTR, I think that might be new. You got the Bentley, this new boy. They are just on a tear at MiniGT. All right, guys. That's those are the MiniGTs that I got from Surplus Goodies. Definitely check them out. So if you guys are not watching this live and you don't want to see any just kind of me chatting into a blank screen, go ahead and bail out. But if you want to have some chats, I could talk about some things I'm working on, especially while I have some time at home. Someone asked what my day job is. I'm a pharmaceutical rep. I'm a psychiatric specialty rep for a company. And so I travel a lot visiting doctors, psychiatrists, primary care offices to talk through some mental health medications. Right now, because of the current circumstances, we are not going into offices. So I am home. So that gives me a little bit of time to work on some of these videos and do some live feeds and work on some of the articles I wanted to for lamlygroup.com, which is nice. Still have some other stuff that I have to do for work, but it does give me some time at home to do this stuff, which, you know, under the circumstances, would necessarily say is a good thing, because I would much rather be out working. I'd much rather that the world was not in this situation. But I just, but it is what it is. Thought I was a Hot Wheels rep. Nope, I'm not. I'm not a pharmacist either. I'm a pharmaceutical rep. So I discuss these medications with doctors. That's what I do. I do discuss it with pharmacists too, but that's what I do. So that's how I get the good cars. Not as much as there was a time when I could get into some of these stores. I travel to some rural markets, but not as many as I used to, and that's where I used to find a lot of good stuff. So I just don't have time to get into stores as much. But sometimes when I'm doing my rural traveling, I do have a minute, or I'm spending the night, so I'll have some time to go into some stores and check them out. And sometimes I find stuff, other times I don't. The last Super Treasure Hunt I found, which was the Skyline Super Treasure Hunt, that was in a small market town at a Dollar General. So, all right, someone asked they wanted to see this flatbed. This is the Matchbox flatbed, which is just out now, so you can find it in stores. It's the second or third version of this one that actually has the adjustable bed on it, which is kind of nice. So there's that. Here we can, I don't know if these cars are a little too big. Maybe the BMW will fit on it. There you go. There. So, when will I review the RLC RWB Porsche? This one? Soon. I wanted to get as specific on the date. I don't think we have, and there is, some people have some ideas when they think the date's going to happen. I don't think it's totally set in stone yet. So I don't, yeah, I don't think, I might do it. I just might do it just for content's sake, for you guys to have something to watch. I want to make sure that Hot Wheels is cool with that, and I think they are. So I might, considering it's already been shown a ton. I put some pictures up. I will. Yeah, and I actually have two of them. I have one in the case and one out of the case. So I will put together that video maybe next week, maybe the week after that. But I have some things to do because I've got the H case finally arriving for me to do my own unboxing. I've got the H case models from Wheel Collectors. They arrived, and so I'm going to do the highlight video, open these up. That'll come in the next few days. Someone asked about Matchbox. Yeah, I've got some Matchbox to do. I've got the new Mustang, the second release of the Mustang set to do. And then here's something for you guys that maybe no one has seen yet. Got some super fast to do as well. So I will get to that too. And some of that will probably be over this next week. So we've got 2 Matchbox previews to do, which is kind of cool, kind of fun, considering we don't have much coming out right now. So what else? When do I get the J case? I don't know. Depends on when Hot Wheels sends it. Isn't Senna's birthday today? It is, and we did an article. One of our writers did an article on Senna and showed some of the Kyosho, Mini Champs, Aoshima models for Senna race cars done by those brands. So that's on lambthegroup.com. Do I know when Matchbox Mix 3 will be released for stores? It's in stores now. I've seen it at Walmart. By the way, LB Works Aventador got any paint chip issue? Because mine with so badly paint issue. I don't have any paint issues on mine. Not that I know of. I know that this car was discontinued. So, and maybe that was one of the issues, but they decided not to do it. So, or they decided just to have what they released and didn't do the mass release. Do I know Hot Wheels doesn't make a Ford Shelby? I don't. Tony said I'm doing a good job. Thank you. Do you have any info on the Tanner Fox Porsche to go on sale already? I think the Tanner Fox Porsche, that special limited one from his site, already went on sale, but I think there's a basic one that's essentially the same car coming in the Hot Wheels basic range very soon. Does this hobby drive your wife crazy? No, probably used to, but I keep everything, like I said, I keep everything condensed to my office. I come home, spend a lot of time with the family. When they go to bed is when I typically make my videos, or when I do a live feed, I come on, do the live feed, and leave. Everything is here. So, and you know, the YouTube channel makes a few dollars, and the blog does as well. And so I try and limit the time I spend on it, but you know, gives us a little extra money to spend on other things. Do I have a complete Speed Machine set? No, but I'll be doing a top 10 Speed Machines video, my favorite Speed Machines. There's just some models that I wasn't interested in acquiring. Do I have any Fuel Me models? I don't. All right, you guys want to see anything, or we can just keep chatting, whatever you guys want to do. I don't know what I've got to show you. I'm working on some other ones. Working on some other videos. I might do kind of a unique super treasure hunt video after I open up the Audi. So I'm going to wait for that one because that Audi is just so cool. Oh, and then I got to put the Carney displays up, right? So I got to do that. Any word on any new tarmac works? I haven't seen anything. I wonder if those have been impacted by coronavirus in China. Maybe. I'm not sure, though. That would be for them to answer. Have ever been invited to Hot Wheels headquarters? Yes, I've been in the Hot Wheels Design Center maybe 9 or 10 times, I think. Do I think people should make their own supers? I don't know. If they want to do customs, people can do whatever customs they want. Someone wants to see Matchbox. Well, you got to give me something more specific than that. When you go into the Hot Wheels Design Center, it's very strict. You have to sign a bunch of documents. You have to have a special badge. A lot of times they don't necessarily take your phone, but you're not allowed to take any pictures unless you're there for a very specific purpose. So What are my top Ferrari castings? Well, if you go back, Caleb, I did a special Ford versus Ferrari video a couple months ago and ranked my top 5 Ford and top five Ferrari castings. So I'd watch you to write that or to watch that. Do I collect Hot Wheels 100%? No, I don't. I probably would have, but when I got into the game, I wasn't really that into them. And, you know, looking back, there's some that it would be nice to have. Excuse me, but I don't anymore. I don't. And I've just decided again for space not to pursue them. Do I have the magic purple LBGTR to show? Let me look. Does MiniGT make a Ferrari? I don't think they make any Ferraris. I don't think they have the license. Only Tomica Limited Vintage, or Tomica has it from Sublet. So there's a Lamborghini. What is the packaging on the top left? The Hot Wheels. That's the Yokohama, Japan convention model. Datsun 510. And I have 2 other ones there. They and one of them I'm going to open one day on a video. But maybe I'll do it once I open up this one. Got to open up that Datsun, and then once we do all those together, then that will be cool. I'm looking for that Lamborghini. I don't know if I've got it. There's candy blue, white, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I do. Are there any exclusive colors of the MiniGT? I'd have to look and see what's there. We'll be getting Matchbox working rigs. I've been dying to see you. Cool fire. I don't know. I'll ask Matchbox if they want to send me some. How do I get the MiniGT cars? Surplus Goodies are in black. Go to surplusgoodies.com. I put a link down in the description of the video. Oh yeah, there's the MiniGT Bentley colors. I'm actually happy with the blue one. You know, I just can't get more than a few of these castings. So, like, I'm happy with the Pandem. If there's a color I really like a ton better, maybe I'll get it, but I'll just keep this one. Have I been invited to visit Tomica headquarters? I have not. What's my thoughts on the Volvo 850 Estate? I think it's fantastic. So. What other Porsches does MiniGT make? I don't know if they make any other ones. Maybe they do. Abby, you can answer that. I can't. I don't have access to looking at it right now. What are my top 5 supercars? I don't know. I'd have to think that through. Maybe I'll do a video on them. So hard for me to just come up with the top 5 right when you ask. I'd have to think about it. But I do have some. I'm going to do some top 10 videos as part of this time that we're all kind of. So my family, we're trying to adhere very strictly to the guidelines to be home. So we only leave to go get any supplies we need from the store. And that's only been once this week. Do I know if anyone's released? Yeah, Matchbox released a Volvo C30. You want to see it? I can show it to you. Can you tell Hot Wheels to make Car Culture Premium for the 720S? We got to cheer on it. I don't need to tell them. I'm sure that that's something that they've thought about. I know that they know that Bugatti is very popular, but they've got to make sure that Bugatti wants to do that. You know, there's licensing limitations. So LC500 and matte black, that would be cool. What's my favorite Hot Wheels casting for 2020 so far? Oh, beats me. There's so many good ones. I really like from what's came out with Japan Historics 3. Like the Honda from Fast and Furious. Subaru 22B is pretty awesome. I don't know. RWB RLC is great. I don't know. There's a lot. Let me see if I can find the Volvo C30. There you go. So these are all the versions of the Volvo C30. Sorry, I'll get this glare out of the way. So the very first version was this white one that was exclusive to a 10-pack. And to me, it's still the best version. Here, I hope these don't fall out, but I'm going to try. There we go. I've wanted to do a video on this one. One day I will, but I guess that maybe that's just right now. So this version was, I think this was kind of like based on the colors that they introduced this car in, like at car shows or like in an introductory video. This container is called a Creative Options Thread Organizer. You can get them at Amazon or on Joann or at Joann. So this was the first basic version in silver. I don't need to walk through all of them, but most of these have been in basic ranges. This was super fast right here. No, this was super fast, and that was a wheel variation. You can see that there's a wheel variation on this one from the 6 spokes and the 10 spokes. This one, the basic version had this front grille, and there was one they released in a 10-pack, which was exactly the same, but it had this front grille. So it had a detailed front grille. So I think the detailed front grille is the rare one. A little harder to find, but this is a great little casting. And isn't Hot Wheels coming out with the Koenigsegg this year? Yes, it's in Boulevard. I've featured it quite a bit on the other channel. So, hello from Greece. What is the model you're waiting for the most this year in any company? That's a great question. I tend to forget what is coming out. There are some things that are public knowledge, and there's other things that is not. I think the Mercedes-Benz, the Hot Wheels is doing the Porsche 959 Rally, and the Mercedes-Benz, what's the model? Classic Mercedes. That's totally slammed. And I've seen some updates on them, and they look amazing. And so I think I'm excited for those. There's some Tomic Limited Vintage coming that I'm really excited about. So stuff like that. So I think if you're speaking of Volvo, how about these P1800s? P1800S. This was from a diecast convention, I believe. There were 2 of them. They did 2 diecast conventions. They did this one in blue. I want to knock it over, and this one in kind of like copper color, kind of like a Spectre Flame. This is a casting that I hope to see them come back, and I've actually hoped to see them do in a wagon version as well. This British Racing Green actually had a metal base. It's from the Lesney series. So, yeah, there's a few Volvos. You can see if I turn it around, here's some of the other ones. Too much of a glare, but try and put this like XC90 and then the wagon. Which looks pretty cool. So, all right, guys, we are at 29 minutes. I'll probably shut this down here in about a minute. This has been fun, man. I think I have to display some of these Mini GTs. I'll box them up again, but man, I'm just digging them. Digging them. Do I collect error cars? Not really, unless I think it's something that's really interesting, like a no tampo, but it has to be something that looks really good. So I have maybe 1 or 2, but nothing too crazy. Mini BMW came in. Do you know where those are being sold? Yes, this Surplus Goodies has this one too. I can't believe I ripped it. I was so careful. You guys saw me. I was so careful, and then I ripped it. I might try and glue that together. I'm really bummed out on that one, but it happens. Which casting you like better, the Alfa Romeo Giulia, Hot Wheels, or Matchbox? I like them both. When is the Matchbox 2020 gathering this year, and will you stream it live? So that's a really good question. It's in July. It's scheduled for mid-July. I think at this point, based on all the circumstances, everything is up in the air. My hope is that in July, things are back to normal, but they may not be. And so that will be up to Jim and the organizers of that convention on whether it's going to happen or not. I would assume, obviously, everything right now is slated to still happen. But, you know, because we're still quite a bit ways away. But, you know, I don't think anyone feels comfortable promising that it's going to happen based on the circumstances. So it's set for mid-July. This year I may not be there. There's some other circumstances that have come up, but again, everything is up in the air. But if I'm not, I will make sure that somehow we stream it or something like that. Did I get the Mini GT Actros trailer? No, but I'm tempted. It looks really good. By the way, you know, the Hot Wheels convention was canceled, and I actually canceled several weeks before just because of all these concerns. I actually pulled out, but we were going to try and find ways to do all the previews and stuff. But obviously, all that's done. If Mattel wants to do some previews and wants to use me, then I'll try and do something. But there is going to be some convention coverage here on the Lamley, not on Lamley Extras, but on the Lamley YouTube channel. I'll just tell you guys that. You know, they are going through, because they had to cancel the convention. All the attendees are going to get the models that came with their tickets, and then the opportunity to buy the other models. And they're working through all those details. But we might have some convention fun on the Lamley YouTube channel. Try and do our best to kind of get some of the words out and some of the stuff. So more details on that soon. And I think this next week I'm also going to introduce a special collaboration with Lean Customs, which I'm really excited about. So be prepared. In the coming weeks, you might have a chance to buy some really, really cool Lamley swag. We'll put it that way. So I'm super excited. Both Lean Customs and myself are very, very excited to unveil what's coming. So anyway, will I leave a notice before I stream it? Yes. So need that white Bel Air. I don't know which one you're talking about. Let's see here. Need the white Bel Air. Any chance they make that available to RLC? Oh, the gasser. Oh, to convention. No, I think it's going to be, so what happens is, Jeff, is when there's the convention, and a typical convention, obviously this one's not typical because it got canceled. Typical convention, you buy a ticket, the convention cars, which there's 2 of them, convention attendees are allowed to buy 3 each. And so so they go and they purchase their 3. Now, if it's a really popular casting like a Bel Air Gasser, the likelihood of any being left over is very, very slim. And so my guess is that, if the convention were actually happening, those attendees would buy their max. You know, people, even if they don't want them, they buy them so they can sell them later, which is totally their right, and they should. You know, it pays for their convention. If they can buy 3 gassers, sell them each for 150, then that pays for their plane ticket, their hotel, everything. So, because this was canceled, the convention organizers, now Mattel doesn't put on the convention, the Collectors Events Unlimited does. So they essentially commission the models. They pay for the models. It's there. So they wouldn't sell them on the RLC because that's their models. Mattel does them for them for the convention. So the pink model is a different story. That's something that Mattel does. That's why those are sold on the RLC. But I'm guessing is what they'll do is they'll make the 3 available to the convention attendees. Those that bought their tickets, they can buy them. This time it's just going to be sent to them. If there's any left over, those are made available to convention attendees as well. So I don't know how that's typically, like on the last day of the convention, they'll make those available, any extras available to attendees. How they'll do it this year, I don't know, because if there's any left over, but they won't be sold on the RLC. I know that's a bit of a convoluted explanation, but no, the 55 Bel Air, if you're not attending, the best way to do it is if you know a friend who bought one, who could sell it, or buy them on eBay. So that's kind of how that works. So long-winded explanation, but that's the truth. So, but they are cool. There's the Gasser, there's the Dodge Power Wagon, right? And then there's the dinner model, which is super cool. which I won't unveil, but I'm hoping to unveil on, not necessarily unveil, but showcase on the channel. And then there's the pink model, which I think will be very popular. And then the finale model will send a few people into complete ballistics because it's very, very cool. And hopefully I'll be able to showcase all of those. But yeah, expect some convention coverage here on the Lamley channel. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to help them out because it's a real tough situation to have had to cancel that convention. So, I mean, that's like, not to go into it again, but it's Collectors Events Unlimited is basically two people, a husband and wife, Jennifer and Mark. This is their gig. They pay for it all. Obviously, this is how they make their living, is putting on the convention, selling the tickets, selling the models. They make a profit on that. And to cancel means that they lost a huge section. So they're doing this all, over the internet, and they're going to sell the cars. And so I will do all I can to help support them, and hopefully all the attendees will as well. So anyway, all right, that's 36 minutes. Should we shut this baby down? I'll start working on these other videos, these Matchbox preview videos, which will be fun. Hot Wheels showcases, which will be fun. Excuse me. And then yeah, maybe we'll get there to that RLC RWB. I know I've been teasing that, but I was waiting for some dates. So I'm going to head out, guys. Have a nice Saturday. Stay home. Please, 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 please stay home. Let's get through this as quickly as possible. Let's get as few people sick. Let's not spread this thing. So I'm hopefully we can all agree to that and just stay home as much as possible. It's not worth going out hunting right now. Go get your bread, go get your bananas, go get your toilet paper, but then go back home. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.